Assalamualaikum and very good morning. I am NAIM
And I am Haziq Husaini.
This breaking news edition live in Kuala Lumpur.
Fall of person through the openings. Fall of tools or other materials through the openings which may strike the persons below or damage equipment. Openings more than 1 meter shall be closed and provided with a guardrails comprising of top rail, mid rail and toe board. Additionally, safety net may be placed over openings to prevent fall of materials
The
below.
construction industry forms an important part of the economies of all countries. Employing a substantial workforce is also one of the most hazardous industries in the nation as well as in many other countries around the world. Major safety hazards for construction workers include working at heights, in excavation and tunnels, on highways and in confined space, exposure to electricity, construction machineries, and many more. Therefore, according to secondary data from year 2017 until 2021 from the Department of Occupational Safety and Health and Social Security Organizations, the highest incidence of occupational casualties were reported in Sarawak, Johor, and Selangor. These states accounted for approximately 13.33% to 18.18% of all cases of fatal occupational accidents due to hazard on site. In these days, the lack of safety and health regulation and poor education of risk management.
I think that's right, Naim. Those statistics regarding the fatal occupational accident due to hazard on site really troubling all the construction phases. Therefore, let's join our reporter friend on the construction site to explain the situation on the site now.
You to our friends Naim and Haziq on the menu anchor. As you can see at the side, the scaffolding is not securely fastened between the joints, and also the materials on the side are not organized neatly and they can invite hazards to the workers. We return to our friends on the new anchor.
Okay, Arif, what is the usual hazard risk that often occurs at the construction site, Arif?
Basically, in here there are 4 health hazards that often occurs, which are chemical hazard, physical hazard, biological hazard, and ergonomic hazard. This is due to lack of supervision, lack of adherence to safe work techniques, failure to wear personal protective equipment, and failure to comply with the safe use of tools.
Thank you, Arif. Can we get more detail regarding on how to handle safety on site to reduce the hazard again, Arif?
Based on the conversation with site safety, I can summarize that to effectively control and prevent hazard, employer should involve workers who often have the best understanding of the conditions that create hazard and insight into how they can be controlled. Next, identify and evaluate options for controlling hazard using a hierarchy of control. Other than that, use a hazard control plan to guide the selection on and implementation of control and implement controls according to the plan. Next, develop plan with measures to protect workers during emergency and non-routine activities. Lastly, evaluate the effectiveness of existing control to determine whether they continue to provide protection or whether different control may be more effective. Review new technologies for their potential to be more protective, more reliable, or less costly. That's all the report from me. Let's go back to our new friend.
Okay, Arif, thank you. Then what about the chemical handling on construction site to prevent any hazardous to Arif?
Okay, basically there are many chemicals that can pose a concern on construction site. Firstly, the workers themselves are responsible for understanding the properties of any chemical that they may be exposed to on construction site. Besides that, employers are responsible to label all the hazardous chemical with a hazard level. Next, employers must also train all employees in the risk of handling hazardous substance as well as proper handling procedure. Lastly, a PPE is required for handling certain type of chemical substance. Glove, aprons, and eye or face protection.
Alright, Arif, thank you for your report exercise. Arif, can we get in detail about handling physical hazards such as scaffolding collapse since the hazard always occurs from scaffolding collapse?
Basically, scaffolding collapse due to 2 causes, which are poor scaffolding assembly and also scaffolding damage. Those 2 causes can prevent by use the right materials and also do not mix and match component, and make sure that inspection should be conducted daily.
Thank you, Arif, which is now is broadcasting live from the construction site.
Right, welcome.
Construction sites often have inside effects of hazard. For example, visiting and coronavirus can be classified as biological hazards. Next, we inviting Professor AFHAM in AZHAR with professional in biological and environment hazards. Prof, how to handle visiting hazards in construction sites?
Thank you, Naim. In my personal experience, the best thing control can do the elimination by remove beehives at the bushes and clear the tree with high potential of beehives. That's for the substitution. The contractor can isolate the beehives where practicable and position away from the construction area. For the engineer control, the contractor should call a professional pest control service. Next, for the administrative controls, the workers need to avoid from eating in construction site that can attract the insect. And lastly, for the PPE, the workers should wear light colored clothing, long sleeve shirt and pants. For the control measure of COVID-19, you can do by collecting in which the workers with COVID-19 system should not come by workplace and should quarantine themselves. For engineer control, they can put any barriers when they need to be in close contact with someone suspected of having or known to have COVID-19. And lastly, for the PPE workers, should wear masks over their nose and mouth to prevent from spreading the virus. That's all for the biological hazards.
Thank you to Professor ARSYAD. I would like to add that workers often need to carry heavy things around and repeating the same posture, and this can cause ergonomic hazard. Prof. ARSYAD, how can we control the ergonomic hazard?
Thank you, Haziq. For the ergonomic hazard, for the engineer control, by redesigning the workstation or work area to reduce the work posture such as bending. Second, administrative control by increasing the number of staff in order to reduce individual workloads. Lastly, PPE by providing knee pads for cleaning tasks can be able to reduce ergonomic hazard. That's all for me. Thank you for inviting me to the studio. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Breaking News editions.